It didn't work. Sand coffin. Ooh. Dude, it's literally like a freaking atomic bomb. Hey, what's good everyone? Welcome back. Today we're going to be getting into episodes 5 and 6 of Naruto. Well, should I be saying Shippuden for now on, just to not confuse anyone? How do most people refer to OG Naruto versus Naruto Shippuden? I feel like I'm always just going to call it Naruto, but I don't want to confuse anybody. Although maybe it's more for myself than everyone who's seen the show 1,000 times. So hope y'all are doing well. Not gonna lie, I am very sleepy this morning. Sleepy J. Did not sleep well last night. These days are the rough ones to record in the mornings. But I'm traveling this afternoon. I'm gonna be out of town this weekend, so gotta get it done. Cannot delay these episodes for y'all. So look at this sacrifice. Look at me pushing through trial and error, just like Rock Lee would. Let's go ahead and recap the character ratings from last time. We gave MVP and best moment to Gaara. Gaara is so dope, man. Ugh, love his demeanor. He just looks so badass. The fight in general, the scale of it is just so freaking sick. Like, just the fight in the sky. And Deidara, him just flying on the huge bird, like paper bird. I think it's paper. I don't know what it is. It looks like paper. But him flying in the air on that thing, and Gaara just like floating on the sand. It's just so freaking cool. So we kind of gave him MVP just around him, you know, his jutsu being cool and whatnot. But the best moment I really liked when Deidara was like, infiltration successful, and he looks up and Gaara's just there. He's like, so cool, man. Naruto definitely knows how to like set up a fight, like just kind of started off with an epic moment. Like, it reminds me of Rock Lee kind of coming at the last moment to face Kimimaro, and he's like, Rock Lee is here. And then for the funniest moment, we gave that to Naruto and Sakura to a degree, but when he was trying to, well, he was being the #1 unpredictable ninja, knucklehead, hyperactive knucklehead ninja. And he tries to spoil Kakashi on makeout tactics ending to get that's his one weakness, which of course is ridiculous. I love Kakashi's response there though, like how he kind of, like, when they did take the bells from him, he's more happy than disappointed or anything like that. I love seeing Kakashi like proud of his I don't know what you call them, subordinates, rookies. I know they ain't rookies no more. But yeah, really good set of episodes. A little worried about what's gonna happen with this fight between Gaara and Deidara. I mean, on paper from what I've seen, like I would expect Gaara to be stronger, but I don't know, man. We'll have to see with like, we still haven't seen Sasori come into the mix. Maybe he'll come in and add a whole different element to this fight. So if y'all enjoy these reactions or you want early access, go ahead and check out the Patreon link below. We'll be 4 weeks ahead there. If not, like, comment, subscribe, any of the good YouTube stuff. I appreciate y'all being here to watch some Naruto Shippuden with me. Let's go and get into it, y'all. Ooh, he's sweating. Makes Gaara's ball look tiny, man.
終わったな。さすが風影様だ。ああ、風影様さえいてくれれば、この里も安心だな。
Gaara doesn't seem convinced.
いや。
Oh, of course it's got it. Quick cut. Man, he's on the ropes a little bit here. Throw him back into his cage. Such good utility powers, both of them, honestly. Although Gaara's is like much more directly powerful, I feel like.
Gaaraの砂から逃げられるものか。
Yeah, man. If I was in the like part of the Sand Village, I would feel very confident in Gaara's abilities too.
さっさと最後まで読んどけばよかった。俺もエロ仙人に貸してもらったけど、あんまりつまんないんで、10ページも読んでないってばよ。
So you played his ass.
オチなんか知らない。
That's great.
オチを知らなくても、イチャイチャタクティクスの名前を出すだけで反応すると思ったの。いい作戦でしょ。
Oh my god. I've never seen Kakashi so defeated.
畑かかし。この3名によりかかし班を編成する。
Dang. Team Kakashi.
あのさ。
Kakashi replacing Sasuke. Or I wonder who Kakashi would usually do missions with. I guess you don't necessarily always have trios, but they're all like, Gaara. I love saying that just randomly during my day. I'm like, Gaara. I was doing it for my girlfriend in public and she was getting so embarrassed. I just kept on saying it to annoy her. I'm a freaking troll, y'all. Sand burial. Oh. Okay, didn't work. Sand coffin. Ooh. It's a good fight, man. Did he just cut off his arm? Yo. Huh. Yeah, where'd he get that from? Oh. Yeah.
絶対防御だ。絶対防御とやらの砂であり、オイラの腕を握りつぶしたわ。
It's crazy that he's just still fighting with while losing one arm.
もう粘土が少ししかねえな。
Clay, okay. I was wondering what this was. Because it looks like paper when he like it finishes, but it makes more sense that it's something can like mold. God, I hate his hand thing.
追尾タイプが一発分と、お箱のこれしか残ってないぞ。
I don't like that.
砂糖を壊そう。
Damn, dude. I'm loving this fight so far. Like, I don't know why, it just feels so different from so many of the fights we got in OG. And you can see how many of all the people putting their faith in him. I don't like how confident he's looking.
砂まで出して戦っている。敵は相当の手だれと考えて間違いない。
Yeah, no shit.
資格が出てきた時のシナリオも必要だ。里の者たちが危険だ。それはもうありませんよ。
Why mention that though?
ガーラは里の者を傷つけたりしない。
Yeah, he's Kazekage for a reason, right? Not just his power. He's must have had some internal growth.
ガーラ、思いとどまれ。こんなことは言いたくないが、里にとってお前は恐るべき兵器でしかない。
分かっている。分かっているが。努力し、自ら切り開くしかないんだ。一人に逃げずに。 つか
Sounds like someone we know, man.
いつかあいつのように
Goosebumps, man.
砂の一人の忍び
I love that.
ざすこの里につながり生きるために
What a beautiful shot, man. The sun.
ガラ
This whole fight too, like that. The moon has been so beautiful with it.
他者から認められる存在になりたい渦巻きナルトを見てそう思った他者とのつながり俺にとってそれは今まで憎しみと殺意でしかなかったしかしあいつがあそこまでして言うつながりとは何なの苦しみや悲しみ喜びも他の誰かと分かち合うことができるのだと
Yep, 100%. Always better to share your emotions with others.
渦巻きナルト
Shared experience.
あいつと戦い触れ合う
It's part of why reactions is so great, right?
教わった気がする
Get to experience emotions together.
は俺と同じ苦しみを知っていた生きる道を変えることができることを教えてくれた俺もいつか誰からも必要とされる存在になりたい、べき兵器としてではなく
Oh, dude, look at him smiling. Oh, dude, that's making me emotional just seeing Gaara even just smile a little bit. Like like a real smile of like happiness.
砂隠れの風影だ
This is awesome, man.
まさか本当に鈴取られちゃうとはね
俺ってばかかし先生追い越しちゃったかもよ。
何言ってんのよえら
まだ帰ってきて一楽ラーメン行ってねってばよ。
私も昨日からの演習で
Of course, gotta stop by the ramen shop.
一楽ラーメン直行だってばよ。
Completely ignored Kakashi's jitsu.
何にでもいちいちリアクションしてくれる
Aw, poor Kakashi.
約束通りナルトはお前に預けるからの
久しぶりの一楽ラーメンだ。
高橋先生のおごり
おっこりおっこり。
It's a big task.
昨日動きも活発になってきたからのこれからわしは情報収集に回るじゃあな
高橋先
ここはかかし先生におごってもらうって決まったってばよ。
It's been settled. You're paying.
俺はこれから新チームの招待リストを作って提出しなきゃならんから
Oh, come on. You gotta join them.
じゃあこれから二人っきりでデート。
生いいけどすべておごりね
Oh, no.
半分だけでも出してくれると。
Hey, man, if you want to take a lady on a date, you gotta pay for her.
一人たりとも犠牲になるものがあってはならん。いいな。
High expectations. They about to summon some shit? Let's go, Sand Village Squad.
お前の無表情も見飽きたしな
Holy shit, dude, this thing's huge. A literal bomb.
中でもお箱はオイラの最高レベルのチャクラ C3 を練り込んだ
Oh my god.
まん
Dude, it literally looks like a freaking comet coming through the atmosphere.
まずい。離れろ。
遅いね
Dude, it's literally like a freaking atomic bomb. Oh my god. Holy shit, man. Of course. Of course. Holy shit, man. I was not expecting that level of like power. I feel like we haven't seen much of the Leaf Village at night. I kind of like the vibe of it.
ってないってばよ。この匂い、そそる。
I want to see the owner's reaction to seeing him.
いらっしゃい。
おっちゃん、
Aww.
忘れるわけねえだろうが。
久しぶり。
ナルトくん大きくなっ
Oh.
あ、もう久しぶり。
何
I literally have like warm and fuzzies in my heart, dude. Like, this is so wholesome. I love it.
今日は俺のおごりだ。好きなもん注文しな。
Aww.
やった。
いや
Yo.
イルカ
What happened to Sakura? Where'd she go?
クラは一緒じゃなかったのか
Okay.
半分だけでもおごってもらった方が良かったかしら。
Nah, he's gotta earn it, Garra. Did he protect it? Dude, let's go. That's the Kazekage, baby. You're out of clay now, man, right? Ooh, he's tired now.
はい射程圏
What?
カズガラ
Okay, we're good. We're good. The title cards are really hard to avoid in Shippuden so far. It's not clear when they come up.
ガラ
よし合図とともに一斉攻撃だ
Damn, look at this. Got some ballistas. Shoot this guy the fuck down, man. I want to see a huge arrow through his freaking heart. I don't know. I don't like that little patch there.
さすが
What's going on? Oh, man. Is it taking the clay out of... Is it like clay in the sand or something?
前の砂を食って起爆粘土を混入させてもらったと言ってもオイラがそうするよ
Damn.
う仕組んだ
Thinking ahead.
芸術は爆発
Damn, it looks
本物
dank.
の一楽のラーメン。何度このラーメンを夢見たこと。
This is what you've been training for.
食べてくれ
ああ、
先生、お願いあんだ
Oh.
けど。
おかわりか
にゃ、この葉の額当てちょっとやらして。
This is episode 1, right?
これは学校を卒業して一人前と認められた証だからなお前は明日
ケチ
これを欲しがってた時とは比べ物にならないほど成長したな
やっぱしそう。もう俺完璧様になってるだろ。一つ不満があるってばよ。
ナルトてめえ久々に会ったと思ったらいきなりうちのラーメンにケチ
No, of course not.
違うってば。ラーメンに不満があるわけじゃねえ。
The ramen's perfect, don't worry.
ってもらうのは中2になった時だと思ってたか
Aww.
ナルト
ら。同期の連中はみんな中2
Don't compare yourself based off the title of it.
芸人だもんな。
You know you're stronger than a regular Genin.
ああ、また一歩ほかげに近づいた感じだってばよ。隠れのガーラはもう風影になったって言うし。
あの子はまたちょっと別格だからな
別格ってなんだってばよ。
え
それだけじゃ風影にはなれねえ。俺にはわかるんだ。あいつきっとむちゃくちゃ頑張ったんだ。
Dude, this is so great.
頑張ってみんなに認められて。
Yeah, it's not just about being
Aitsu wa
strong. He's always been
Kazekage ni
strong. Like, power-wise.
ガラ
It's gonna keep me waiting to find out, see what happens, man.
他の国の要人警護 B ランク任務か
しかし、キュービの件もありますし、あまり不用意に里から出すのは危険かと。
そのためにかかしをつけているのだ
Just trying to be risk adverse here.
陛下は譲れん
近海輸送の護衛。
それでもおそらくナルトはむくれるぞ簡単すぎるとな
Yeah, of course.
あ、もったいねえってばよ。
That's some symbolism right there, man. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it! No!
風影様 カな。ガーラの絶対防御か。何をやりやがったんだ。
I hate how he's just so cocky right now, man.
爆発を起こせばお前はオイラの手を潰したスピードのあるひょうたんの砂をガードに使うはず。
Jeez. Wake up, guard, come on. Man, dude, the level of chakra you'd have to control this.
なるほどな。
里の外に運び出そうとしてるんだ。里に被害が及ばないように。
Aw, dude, I mean, like, you can just obviously we saw the dialogue between Kankuro and Gaara talking about, you know, the change and how he's gonna protect everyone, but like, look at his actions here, man. Dude, so cool. That's pretty cool, man.
少しは工夫してきたか。
Take a note from your book. Explosives.
待たせるとサソリの旦那の機嫌が悪く
I
な
love how he calls him my man, my good man.
やった。
Good job, Gaara. Yeah, he's gonna pass out though.
今じゃ俺ってばイルカ先生より強いかもね。
何言ってまだ俺だって負けやしないぞ。明日からはカカシ班の一員として働くんだろ。
Team Kakashi.
俺だって将来ほかげになるんだ。ガーラなんかには負けてらんねってばよ。
Got your work cut out for you with this kind of sacrifice you just made.
割と難儀だったけど。
Yeah, that is true. Like, he had to fight him to not kill him, too. That shows how strong Deidara is.
ノルマクリアだな。
Well, he didn't do without a sacrifice. Lost his arm. Damn. All right. Crazy episodes. I'd say those two were probably the best so far. Insane. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move forward with the review section here. What a sick fight, man. First real fight of Shippuden. Did not let down at all. That has to be up there with some of the best fights in, like, if I compare it to OG Naruto. Just overall, like, a really well-balanced fight. Really cool perspectives from both Gaara and Deidara, Kankuro, Sand Village, you know, people in general. Like, it connects so well with the growth that we see from Gaara from OG Naruto to now. Now him as the Kazekage, and kind of showing how much has changed in how people view him. The fight itself, I really enjoyed kind of the back and forth between Gaara and Deidara in general. You know, I mentioned a few times in the past few episodes and in this reaction that Deidara's ability is very, very creative and has high utility, and ultimately that's how he kind of gets the best of Gaara here with, you know, when he loses his arm, you know, actually kind of eating some of his sand and molding with his clay to be able to kind of, you know, set up a trap for Gaara in the end. And that's kind of what gets the best of Gaara. That plus Gaara fulfilling the role of a Kazekage and using his power to protect his people versus just himself. You know, maybe in a different atmosphere or different setting, Gaara might be able to win this fight, or at least it'd be a more like one-on-one kind of confrontation. But Deidara was able to kind of use the village against Gaara to a degree, and I don't think Gaara really cares about that, as you can tell from, you know, multiple points in this fight and in his backstory that we got. But I don't know, it'd be interesting to see this fight in a different setting. But, you know, Deidara also had a different kind of challenge, which is, hey, he was tasked with capturing Gaara, not killing him. So it's a very different kind of fight when you can't kill somebody, or you know, you kind of have to hold back a little bit. So both kind of had some handicaps, you could say. So I don't know if it would really change that much if it was in a different setting, if they were both like going for the kill kind of thing. I really love the scene, especially with the flashback to Gaara and Kankuro kind of talking. And this, I guess this starts from that one Jonin advisor who was back in OG Naruto. I forgot his name. But, you know, he kind of warns Kankuro in the present moment, hey, like, you know, this is a formidable opponent. We should be careful. And, you know, the Shukaku spirit might come out if Gaara loses control. And then the village will be in harm's way. So he's trying to, you know, take precautions. But you can see Kankuro's confidence and trust in Gaara come out right away. And he's like, that's never going to happen. And it leads into this amazing flashback. What a beautiful setting. The sun, you know, huge sun setting in the background. I'd say that's been a strength of Shippuden so far, especially in this fight between Gaara and Deidara. It's not just about them flying around and their powers and the scale of it, but like the huge moon in the background in their fight, and in this flashback, the huge sun. The environment is so well depicted. It really makes you feel, I guess, how grand everything is. And in this flashback, man, I just love Gaara's change in attitude. You know, Kankuro is telling him about how he's still at this point very feared by the people, even by the supervisors. They don't trust him. They kind of all view him as a weapon still. And so Kankuro, I guess, is kind of trying to, you know, not tell him to give up per se, but I guess accept the reality. But the thing is, Gaara returns and says, hey, you know, I understand that they're scared of me. I understand that they're fearful of me. You know, he accepts that, and he accepts that, you know, he can't just give up like Kankuro is saying. He'll suffer even more. The loneliness will, you know, he can't just like give in to the loneliness. He needs to harness that isolation that he's always had to carve a new path in his life for himself. And I just love how that's a continuation of the OG Naruto plot line between him and Naruto, and what Naruto taught him about, you know, being able to carve your own path for the bonds of people. You know, that's what true strength is to have people to protect. That's what really gives you that strength. And you can see how much that's impacted Gaara up until this point of the show. Really, really amazing to see Gaara kind of like taking ownership of that. And not only that, but he's like, hey, I'm going to aim for the same thing. I'm going to try to make people acknowledge me by becoming the Kazekage. That's his goal here. I specifically really like the part where he says that, you know, one thing he learned about bonds is that you can share, you know, he says like sadness, I think, fear or pain or something, and happiness with the people that you're close to. I love how they mention like 3 different emotions. 2 of them are really challenging, painful emotions, and one of them is a pleasant emotion, happiness. I think it's a really good point that, you know, we can share our emotions with the people we're close to. Shared experience is such an amazing thing in life. It helps us in, you know, work through those painful emotions in a healthy way, and it also, you know, expands the pleasant emotions to be even more enjoyable when you share them with people. And, you know, I mentioned the reaction that I feel like that's a big reason why people like reaction stuff, is you kind of get a shared experience, you know, indirectly, of course. You know, you don't know the person in real life, but it's a way of connecting with people over something that you both love or enjoy. And it is a great thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's one, I think shared experience in general, whether it's painful emotions or pleasant, is one of the most beautiful things of life. It's those silver lining moments that make the pain of life and suffering in life actually worth it, for those moments where you can connect with people. So love that part a ton. And you can tell that, you know, Naruto was the one who taught him that. It just goes full circle. You know, it's such a good little, I guess, seeing the character development of Gaara from Naruto and his plight, or their plot line in OG Naruto, is just really fulfilling to see that. And I think, you know, it's not just him saying that, of course. We see this in a lot of the actions from different characters, or even just the villagers, right? In the modern day, you see Kankuro's confidence in Gaara, right? Like dismissing the advisement, like, nope, Gaara's got this. We can trust him. We see it in the villagers all praising Gaara, like the Kazekage, and like they have faith in him and confidence in him. You see it in, you know, the shinobi. They all have confidence and admire him, right? Like you can see like they're amazed by him. So it's not even just, you know, Gaara has said this and he's gotten to this position of power. It's, hey, like he has sacrificed a ton to get to this point, and he has earned the trust of those people. I think that's really, really incredible. And then we also see in the actions of Gaara at the very end, you know, as he's kind of been overcome by Deidara, he, you know, uses his last bit of strength not to fight and to protect himself or to maybe overcome this opponent, but to move that huge sand shield that he used to protect the village, which was already had drained a ton of his energy, to move it away from the village, not to harm anybody. You know, really fulfilling that role of the Kage, you know, being the person to protect the village. Really incredible stuff. I also really like how we kind of go back and forth in these scenes between Naruto and you know, at the Leaf Village to Gaara in his fight. Specifically with Naruto talking to Iruka, and they're talking about Gaara, and they're talking about how Naruto is still a genin, and he's feeling a little insecure about that, especially when he compares himself to his classmates who are all Chunin or above, and then Gaara, who's Kazekage. And Iruka kind of tries to, I guess, you know, make Naruto feel a little bit better by saying that, well, Gaara's kind of special, right? And Naruto's like, what do you mean by that? He's like, there's way more to being the Kage or Kazekage than being special, right? Or being like powerful, right? Having like a gifted power like Gaara has. It's the acknowledgement, it's the trust. It's, you know, to be a leader isn't about power or pure intelligence or anything. Like it's all about being able to like get people to trust you to lead them, because then you bring the best out of other people. If they trust you, then they'll feel empowered to do their own work the best they can. You know, I think about myself, like, you know, you know, I'm a manager and stuff, and it makes me think about leadership in general. Like the Kazekage or the Kage in the Naruto universe is a really good depiction of what it means to be a powerful leader. You're selfless. You're doing it for others. You're not doing it for yourself. You know, we all think about leaders who kind of just have huge ambition, and ultimately they kind of are out for themselves to gain power. Those are never the leaders you want. People don't trust you in those situations. They might fear you, but that's always a temporary thing, and it's not doesn't lead to the best results that, you know, you want as an organization or whatever position you're in. All right, let's go ahead and do the character ratings. Once again, I gotta give Gaara MVP and best moment, man. Kind of surprising, to be honest, that at this point I've given Gaara MVP and best moment, I think, at least twice. I don't remember in the first set of episodes if I gave him any, but man, yeah, like obviously MVP for his sacrifice to protect the village, you know, showing his actions as the Kazekage. I thought that scene was really great. And just in general, Gaara in this fight, I think, was really great to watch. For the best moment, though, I really loved the flashback with the conversation between him and Kankuro. And, you know, I think it's really a good, I mean, I don't think Gaara's development or anything like that is finalized at this point, but I think it wraps up the fight between Naruto and Gaara and OG Naruto, and kind of how Gaara took inspiration from that fight and learned a lot from that fight. You see him putting into play in this flashback. But ultimately, my favorite part is when he like says that he's gonna go, his goal to carve out his own path is to be the Kazekage. You know, that's, you know, him aligning to Naruto's goal to a degree, but for himself, of course. But ultimately, the part that I loved the most was seeing him smile, man. You know, we saw him smile in evil ways in OG Naruto, but this is a soft, warm-hearted smile. You can see like the resolve in him, and like how he's happy about it. You know, like it's so great to see him smile. I had goosebumps in that entire scene. Really, really well written. I mean, y'all know Gaara's one of my favorite characters in the story so far, so maybe I'm a little biased. And then for the funniest moment, we'll give that to Kakashi when he's so disappointed when he hears that Naruto didn't even know the ending of Makeout Tactics, and he's like, damn. He's like, I got tricked bad. It's good stuff, man. But yeah, it seems like you know, we'll have, you know, potentially, I don't know what they'll do, because so we also got the information that Kakashi and Naruto and Sasuke will be forming the squad Kakashi, Team Kakashi, that's what they call it. And you know, they're gonna be kind of fulfilling some missions together. I'm curious if this is gonna connect to the plot line with Gaara and whatnot. If you know, they'll have a mission to go and work with the Sand Village to retrieve Gaara or try to protect him. I guess it's kind of unknown at this point, because Kankuro and them probably will still try to go after Deidara and whatnot, especially since Deidara's hurt. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Oh yeah, one thing I also forgot to mention was I really like the scene where Naruto goes to get ramen, and seeing the reaction of the shop owners. That was like such a warm-hearted moment. Love that. So wholesome. But yeah, I think that'll do for these episodes. Really, really great, man. Shippuden's off to such a good start. I am thoroughly impressed. Very excited. Very, very excited. So I hope you all enjoyed this one, though. If you did, consider dropping a like, comment, subscribe to follow on for more. And yeah, I hope you all have a really good rest of your week. Catch you next time. Peace.